Welcome back, everybody. Another episode of Greedo's Goldmine that's random as hell. So we basically just share hobbies on this channel, right? Like, especially when you're going through a rough patch or trying to transition in life, whatever it might be. This is kind of what we're learning to do all together. And so, I don't know, for some random reason, long before ever knowing about what are the attractive qualities to men in hobbies lists, I had started taking up gardening a little bit. I went through a few plants that I'll be fair to say they didn't go so well, but I've been doing a little bit better recently on them, especially fly traps. I really like Venus fly traps. I have these little ones here. You take a look there. But you do have to do some maintenance with them every now and then. With these guys, as hot as it's been, water them every now and then, like once a week, and keep the domes on them. They stay nice and humid and happy. They won't really die even through the hot California summer. But what they do is basically every now and then you'll kind of see them here in the back. Little ones within will just kind of reach their age and they'll die and blacken. You really want to get those out. And so we just use some tweezers to do that for our fly trap maintenance. And you want to kind of get in there best you can without making your fly traps angry, because they will, they'll cannibalize essentially. They'll eat each other as you're pulling them out if you get one caught in the other traps. So, you know, you want to mind that, because basically with the fly trap, the more times your traps close, the quicker they'll die off, and you really have to rely on the next generation of like sort of stalks that come up. You can kind of see a few of them in there actually too, those right in the middle. Those are where the new ones are going to come from. So this one's not too bad, thankfully, because it's the most dense one that I have. It's a real pain to get these out when it's dense without at least setting off a trap or so. That's why I also use curved tweezers, so you can kind of get around things the best you can. See, like right here, I'm gonna set something off. All right, we almost got it. Anything that goes inside of those mouths there, tweezers, right, like that. I just set one off, so oops, exactly what I didn't want to do. Well, at least it's closed now on that one, so I can get it out of my way. These things just are a real pain in the butt, like I said, to get in there sometimes. So this one's only half dead. Great. That's when they're especially tough to get off. Cool. So I think our first one is done, and we only set off like 3. So there's the inside of our first fly trap. I'm gonna add a little water here. And this one you're gonna see at the bottom, any excess will be there, and you could just dump it out into the sink. So fly trap 1 taken care of. It looks great. We only have 1, 2, 3, 4 traps or so closed. Not too shabby. As dense as this guy actually is. This is a real tough one to clean out when you get them like this. I need to get much better domes and whatever you want to call that, like enclosures. Oh, yeah, and as you see in the middle too, this one's got the little buds growing strong. We got a lot of hardy little traps everywhere. Lots of happy plant. This is a good one. I like this. This one needs a little more work, as you can see. It's a much bigger pods or traps, but that also means when they die, it's a bigger challenge to get them out. Especially when you got stalks growing within it too. See, this one I got my stalks growing here more on the side as opposed to in the middle somehow. And we got all the dead ones down there on the sides lined up right with hungry traps. And we set one off. Unfortunately, it was a necessity. Okay, and this one we're almost there. It's not quite as many traps, so you don't have as much to pull out, but because they're much larger traps on this one, it is harder to maneuver, and that's where the value of eventually just taking these things out and putting them into a proper planting dome is going to be crucial. And once these die off too, in the inside, and you start getting to where you're pulling these out, if you do it at the right time, they're incredibly easy. If you do it at the wrong time, they can be a little bit tricky. So, because then they're still halfway alive, and when they're at least partially alive, what I've noticed ends up happening is they really have some strength left to them. So we're gonna give this one a little water too now that it's cleaned out. And we got one more of these guys to go. Oh wait, no, that's the first one we did, sorry. And we got another one with some pretty big hardy traps in there for a little one, but you know, some to pick out. So these ones should be relatively easy because they're right on top and in places that are very easy to reach with these tweezers. All right, great. And that one was pretty easy. There wasn't too many in there. So we've been doing really good with these things this year, I guess. They've been living and loving the water and the heat and the humidity that these things provide, because I haven't had as many dying on me this year as I did last year, or I've just gotten good with these comparatively. I don't know, but yep. So we got 3 fly traps. So 10-minute little gardening with Greedo's Goldmine. Thanks for tuning in to these random ones as always and seeing what we're up to here in the world, trying to keep ourselves from total stir craziness at times. And until the next one, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until the next one, wherever you are on this planet, have a great day. We'll catch you on the next one, everyone. Thanks, folks. Don't forget to comment, too, if you like these things.